Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. LUNC community, USTC repay community, what is going on? We have a controversial KYC proposal that we're going to be talking about, looking at the proposal and seeing if it's passing or failing. And there's another proposal that just came on as well. So let's just check it out. And all right, so this is a new proposal that came on. Let's check this out real quick. It just came on, so it hasn't started yet. It just came on about 5 hours ago. So as I'm doing this video, so it's a global LUNC burn program update and official rule set. Okay, so let's go down to the bottom here and see what it says. It says, number one, voting yes to this proposal we agreed to. We changed the global LUNC burn program rules to request CEXs to implement a 0.1%, just like Binance is doing, spot trade tax on trades instead of a 0.5. Yeah, 0.5 might have been too much, but a 0.1 like Binance is doing, I'm pretty sure we can get that done from the CEXs. That shouldn't be a problem, you would think, but I don't know. And we enhanced the rules of the burn program with the rules set as per the Commonwealth Post. Okay, so the community grants a non-exclusive mandate to LUNC burn program to represent the community at CEXs. This implies that all other senior community members are allowed to promote the global LUNC burn program platform directly at CEXs on condition that we promote the same standard rule set and to show that we are aligned. Okay. Says here that the global LUNC burn program to temporarily adopt the current burn address of Binance is using until Binance approval of a 80-20 split of CEX burn proceeds. This is not related to the on-chain split. The program rules will be maintained centrally by LUNC burn program, and also that the community will participate in an orderly fashion. Yeah, only using official program marketing materials made available by LUNC burn program to ensure we speak from one voice. Okay. Now, I haven't read the whole proposal here, but it doesn't sound that bad. Of course, if you don't want burns, if you don't want the CEXs burning anything, if you don't want LUNC to be reduced so that it can gain value, then of course you're going to vote no on this. There's no reason to vote no on this unless you want, because they're not asking for money. So unless you're only voting no if you don't want LUNC to reduce circulating supply to gain value, because you know that if LUNC reduces the circulating supply, it's going to be worth a whole lot more money. So the only people that are going to vote no on this, because it doesn't hurt you at all, they have their own website, they have their own materials, they have their own advertisement materials. They're not. It doesn't cost you anything, right? They're going to be representing for the community to go to the CEXs for a 0.1 burn tax, not a 0.5, but a 0.1, just like Binance is doing. So the only reason to vote no on this is if you're actually wanting Luna Classic blockchain to be stagnant so that you can just continue to suck dry the Oracle pool and then destroy the chain. Because if you're an enemy of the chain, then you don't want the tokens to be reduced significantly because you know that it's going to gain value on the chain, right? And your mission is to destroy the chain. So if your mission is to destroy the chain, you're going to vote no on this. So you know what I mean? You're going to vote no on it because if the CEXs did put this plan in where they're burning with same thing as Binance at point one, LUNC would skyrocket. And if you're an enemy of the chain, that's something you don't want, right? So you want LUNC to stay right where it's at right now and just suck the community pool dry and the Oracle pool dry. I mean, and take over the chain and then crash it, right? And so and then go back over to LUNC 2.0, right? Or Luna 2.0, right? And okay, so anyways, so let's watch the people who vote no because there's no reason to vote no because you're not taking any risk. They're doing all the work, representing us for and then they also dropped it from a point 0.5 to a point 0.1 where that's what Binance is doing. So if you can accept Binance doing that, then why wouldn't you allow them to represent us to go get the other exchanges to do the same thing unless you don't want the token to actually pump and have value. Okay. This is the one another one here, KYC. Now that we know that you're not going to be doxing yourself right in front of the whole world, you're going to be using a third party to do your KYC for the developers, right? This is pretty simple. And we see all of the people that have been, you know, the people that everybody's called out that are enemies of the chain and want to take over, they've all voted no with veto. So that tells you everything you need to know, right? So they've already made themselves known that they so they've already made themselves known. All right. So this is the controversial one. It's only controversial because we have people that are enemies of the chain that want to take it over. And so right now here are the results. All no voted abstain. And then we have 20% no with veto. We have 16% no. We have 38% yes. This is passing by a thread. And we have 21 hours left as I'm doing this video. By the time you see this video, we'll probably have 19 hours left or something like that. So, all right. So this is gonna come down to the wire. All right. Now the burning all validator has not voted yet. I don't think Brad has voted yet. And so Brad's gonna save his 3 billion for the end. So he's going to vote at the end of to make sure if it passed to make sure. I mean, look, the bad guys have voted here, right? All of them have voted here. Some of them have voted here, but a lot of them have voted here, right? The bad guys for the chain that people think are the bad guys. I haven't personally called these guys out as bad guys, but a lot of people have, right? Now I did say that they were going to be these guys look like they're grouping together to take over the chain and I did call that last year. I said, guys, by March we're going to see a group of people come in and take over the chain, or try to take over the chain, and we need to be prepared for that and ready for that. And we need to be ready to repeg. Our mind should be on repegging USTC to save the chain, so we don't have to worry about people taking over the chain. We're already rich. Remember, as I was talking about that in the summer of last year. Oh, look who we are now. We didn't focus on the repeg, so now we have people trying to take over the chain, and we're not rich off this chain yet. We're still stuck in the same place because nobody cares about the repeg of USTC. So, and these guys are trying to take over the chain. Thank God that we're catching them, and people like Happy Caddy Crypto and others are doing their research on these guys, and Lung Classic Labs and all the other people that are out there are doing all their research on all of this stuff and following their movements on the blockchain to be able to report all these things to us. Or we everybody wouldn't care what I say. People don't care what I say. I already called some of the stuff out, and everybody turns a blind eye to it. But thank God we have people like others that see my work as well and see my complaints and see my warnings, and then they go out and then they make either posts and videos, and they also say the same thing, so to wake people up for what's been going on the chain. So yeah, so we got some enemies on the chain. That's for sure. and some of them don't make it a secret. Some of them don't are not hiding at all. They're like, yeah, I'm here to take over the chain. So, what's up? You know what I mean? So, and they're voting. They're all voting no over veto, right? So, and so they all voted here. They all voted no over veto. Everybody that wants to take over the chain and destroy the chain is voting right here, right? So you can just go on your mobile phone and with station check out station on your mobile phone and you can see who those people are, right? Because station reveals. I'm not sure why desktop doesn't, but station reveals who voted no with veto, and you can see all the enemies of the chain. You know what I mean? Um, Now I'm not gonna say Steakbin. Steakbin also voted no with veto, and maybe they did that to because they don't want to show who they are because they do run a site. Um, so I'm not gonna call Steakbin an enemy of the chain because I don't have proof of that because they have supported the chain a lot, right? And they also said they would support the 1.5% burn tax if the tax to go passes in a proposal, right? So I'm not gonna say that Steakbin is an enemy of the chain when they're providing all the information for the chain. You know what I mean? Like maybe they are, but maybe they're not. I don't know. I don't have that information. I just think they probably voted no at veto because they don't want to. They don't want people to know who they are. And but we're not gonna know who you are. It's not. You're not being doxxed. You're not doxing. You're not doxing yourself. You're just going to a third party, and that third party will have you do KYC over there. But we're not gonna know who you guys are. The third party will, right? So it is what it is, right? It's like Coinbase, right? Coinbase knows who, if you do KYC on Coinbase, Coinbase knows who you are, but nobody else knows who you are, right? So you can use your Coinbase. Coinbase knows who you are, but nobody else does, right? So it's something similar like that. Okay. Um, so this is the one everybody. It says not passing, but it actually is passing, as you can see, past threshold, and it's on the green, right? If this line's on the red, then it's not. Then it's failing, but it is passing, barely passing. You can see the no's are 36.02 and the so 36.02 and then the yeses are 38.13, so that is very close within 2 degrees. Now we have the 3 billion from Burn It All. So if Brad votes yes, then that's an extra 3 billion for the yes side to help it out, you know what I mean? But we'll see what Brad votes on at the end. um and then we'll go from there. All right. So Brad's waiting till the end just in case this is not passing by like let's say it's not passing by like point 15, and then Brad's last 3 billion can come in and actually push it to the passing at the last second, and that would be crazy. This is probably one of the biggest proposals on the chain because we almost all the people have voted. I mean, there's only 100. There's only like what about 200 billion tokens or 200 about 200 billion tokens that haven't voted yet. Um, so almost everybody participated on this one. That was pretty good, right? 81%. That's because their lives depend on it. That's why they voted no with veto, right? So, okay. Can you imagine if all those had voted no? That would have been a red flag there for sure. You know what I mean? And all knows that. That's why they went abstain. That still doesn't look good on you. All those for going abstain, by the way. KYC on a third party and you go abstain. Mm, that doesn't look good, especially seeing that all of the people that everybody's calling out of that the enemy of the change are voting this way. You would sure think that all knows would have been voting this way, but okay, all knows. You gotta keep watching, you guys, man. You're great at what you do, but man, people are kind of iffy with all nodes on this chain, because they go back and forth, and I respect all nodes. They're not the number one dogs, but we do have some. We have to keep our eyes on all nodes, right? I I don't know. Voting, you know who doesn't like abstain votes? Matthew Perry. I wonder if Matthew Perry's going to say something about on. He called them out last year He called out all nodes. He went after all nodes last year. Remember, he was because they keep voting abstain on critical things, and this is a critical one. So all nodes voting abstain is going to probably piss Matthew Perry off again. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a rant video from Matthew Perry later today about all nodes continuing to vote abstain on critical blockchain directions, and because of that, we need a new number one, because the number one validator should not be voting abstain on every crucial decision that the chain makes, right? So, um, it is what it is. You're either for the chain or you're not, and if you're not, get off the pot. you know, that's what Matthew Perry will probably say sometime today or tomorrow if he remembers to do the video. I'm pretty sure this is a great topic to talk about, and all those voted abstain after Matthew Perry called them out. So from voting abstain on 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 important proposals for the chain, they still vote abstain again. So, okay, it's very interesting. Okay, let's go to the price. So the price is up because the proposal is passing, right? So the KYC proposal for third party is passing. That's making the price go up, in my opinion. I think if it passes, the price is going to go up. If it doesn't pass, expect the price to come down. And if it doesn't pass, also expect the people who voted no and no with veto that are wanting to take over the chain, expect them to have meetings. They're probably having meetings now, but expect them to have meetings quickly and then have plans to overtake this chain immediately, because they're probably angry that this proposal came out and almost passed. If it doesn't pass, they're really. I'm pretty sure these people are nervous, right? Because now they're gonna have to figure out what to do. They're gonna like, do we have to undelegate and dump, or do we have to do something? We're not. I'm pretty sure they don't want to do KYC. If you're an enemy of the chain, you probably don't want to do KYC. So are they going to undelegate and dump if this thing passes? They could, right? We don't know, right? They're making too much money on the rewards though, and so I don't know. Now these are validators though. These are not even L1 developers. Now some of them are actually L1 developers, right? And they have validators. So it's a tricky situation. Some of them are not L1 developers. Only the L1 developers and the volunteers have to do KYC, not the validators. At least not yet. Now, the next proposal could be validators, and then we got a problem. You know what I mean? then we got a problem, right? Um, then it gets really tricky, right? Because a lot of validators do not want to reveal who they are, right? So, okay. Can you imagine if one of the validators is Elon Musk? That would be crazy. Like, hi guys. That would be crazy. Um, all right, so the price is doing well today, and let's keep it that way. Let's keep the price doing well. We were supposed to start wave four, and like I said before, we gotta break over this. First of all, we gotta break to a higher high, and we gotta break over this 1.5. This 1.5 it has to break, right, for us to confirm that we're in wave five, right? This 1.5 has to break. So first we got to get a higher high, and then this 1.5 has to break here for us to really see something going. And so it's all going to depend on both sides. It's going to depend on this proposal. Proposal passes, we're probably going to the upside. The proposal doesn't pass, expect to go to the downside. And matter of fact, it could be the complete opposite. I just thought about it, because if the proposal doesn't pass, the bad guys get to stay, you know, and maybe they'll pump the price up for us. So, hey, we get to stay, right? And there's no KYC. If it passes, the bad guys might have to dump. you know. So maybe it's the complete opposite. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. This is going to be really interesting as as Iraq turns, as the days of our lunk. These two communities and these two investments. Oh my God, they've aged me. They've aged you. They've aged me, and but it's a fun. It's so much fun though. It's so much fun. because you know that, in the end, if all things come out and everything gets done, you're part of the one. You're part of the 1% of the 1%, right? And so you have to go through these things to get to that level. You're not. It's not. You just don't walk into being a 1%er or multi-billionaire and 1% of the 1%. You have to go through trials and tribulations to get there. So this is what we're going through. If you want to be a billionaire in the lunch community, you have to go through this. You have to go through the people who are running away from this and don't want to go through it. It's, they're not going to be billionaires. They're not going to be they're not going to be worth 100 million, but when this is all over, because they walked away from it, or they're ignoring it, or they don't care. The people that are in the mud in this thing, day in and day out, are the ones that are either going to suffer or going to lose everything, or they're going to be the ones that walk away with 100 million to 100 billion. And that's just plain and simple, right? So it's very exciting. It's frustrating at times, but it's also exciting at times because it's good versus evil, and everybody's playing a game. Everybody has a game to play. But it seems like the bad guys have more meetings together. They're probably on Zoom calls together. They're probably on secret Twitter spaces and Telegram spaces together. While the good guys we don't even communicate with each other. The influencers don't communicate with other influencers. Nobody supports each other's validators or projects or anything. You know what I mean? Like the good people don't support each other. The bad guys are huddling up and making all types of plans or takeover, and the good guys are just like, oh well, we're just gonna stake over here and just collect my $1 a day commissions, and it's a nice day outside. You know what I mean? While these guys are about to crush you and take over the chain, then you're gonna be complaining and crying to your mama, right? So you don't like you didn't see it coming, which you did see it coming, but you didn't care because you're not working together with other good people on the chain. The good people on the chain are not working together. The bad people on the chain are. That's why we're in the position that we're in right now. All right. 0.0255 is USTC up 2%. Let's check out Luna. And Luna's up 5% today. Wow. Okay. Nice little bounce back there on Luna. Really, hey, let this thing explode, man. I want to see $20 on this thing, man. So I want to see this thing explode to $20, and the trial is March. So this is gonna, I think March 25th is the trial, and it could be a quick settlement trial, it could be whatever, but expect I expect Doquan back I expect Doquan to Dubai sometime by the halvening by March April. We said we're gonna repeg, right? So March April is the time frame that we have for repegging because it was a time frame that they were gonna take over the chain, right? So we said that we had to repeg by that time to save the chain, to save LUNC and USTC. Remember, somebody had the dream about that as well, about the LUNC being saved by USTC, right? So and then LUNC really doing this thing because it had the backing of USTC again, right? So USTC is the missing piece, man, and a lot of people know that, and yet they go completely opposite to avoid USTC. You know what I mean? So when the enemy of the chains are calling USTC trash and worthless, ding, 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 ding. That's your signal that USTC is everything for the chain. Hello. If the enemies of the chain are saying USTC is worthless and dumb and pointless and it shouldn't be repaid, hello, that's your answer. Right? We do the opposite of what the enemy says, right? So they're doing that on purpose so you don't know how important USTC is, because UST at $1 was the reason why Luna went to $100, and knowing that is half the battle. GI Joe, right now. But knowing that it should be light bulbs to everybody on this chain. Luna doesn't go to $100 if USTC isn't being stable at $1, right? Because stable at $1 plus staking rewards was able to allow people to take those staking rewards and convert them into Luna every single day. And that's how Luna was pumping like crazy. You were getting nice staking rewards off of UST, and then people, because it was stable at $1, they didn't need it, and it wasn't going to make them any more money, right? You get your staking rewards at $1, you take it, you swap it for Luna, and so Luna's being pumped like crazy because everybody's swapping their USTC that's stable at $1 for Luna, and Luna was going completely nuts to the upside, right? And so if you understand that, then the light bulb should go off in your head and say, "Oh yeah, if we can get USTC stable at $1 again or close to $1, then Luna Classic is going to go completely nuts because we're still going to be receiving staking rewards, and we get to repeat history again by taking those staking rewards and dumping it into Luna, right?" Okay. Anyways, that's what's going on. A lot of people, when USTC is up high, a lot of people are gonna do what? They're gonna cash out of USTC for Luna Classic. So people who make $1 million or more, $10 million, they're gonna be swapping it out. Who imagined what Allnos could make 15, $50 million off of USTC? Where they gonna swap it to? Most likely LUNC, right? So you got all this big money that's going to be swapping out of USTC for LUNC, right? And those rest of the people who are holding their USTC are still going to be getting staking rewards, and they're going to be swapping it out for LUNC. So a lot of big money is going to be moving into LUNC, and that's how LUNC's going to go into the pennies and dollars. This is why they're telling you, don't worry about USTC. USTC is worthless. Nobody cares about USTC because they know it was the secret key to getting Luna to $100. And so if you wake up and know the truth, then it's easy. Everybody will then start buying USTC and burning it and hodling it and putting buying pressure on it because that is the key. You saw it right before the stakeathon. You saw exactly somebody did that. A group of people came in, they bought up USTC like crazy. It pumped, and Luna pumped with it. A LUNC pumped with it, and and it was all she wrote. Right? They exploded to the upside together. Anyways, peace out. God bless. Well, actually, we haven't even done a stake bin. Let's go to stake bin. Let's go to one of the people that the enemy's stake bin, the enemy's camp stake bin. What's up, stake bin? People are saying you're the enemy. I don't know if you are or not. You did vote no with veto on the KYC, so I don't know if you are or not. But we're using your platform anyways. Okay, so did we just lose some lunk there? Who took the lunk? I mean, maybe one of the proposals. Okay, that was a nice drop on lunk there. So one of the proposals that passed, I guess last week, got their money, or was that Genuine Labs? I think that was Genuine Labs. Genuine Labs proposal, I think, has passed. Let me go back and see that might have been Genuine Labs proposal. Yes, it did. So it's not no longer here. So Genuine Labs getting their $16,000. Okay, for testing in progress. Just keep that in mind for testing in progress because if we get some validators or some people on this chain that are enemies of the chain that start putting up proposals for testing in progress and they want $5,000, $8,000, $3,000. You know how that started with Genuine Labs. You know what I mean? And so I guess we'll see how that plays out. And the stats here, 2 billion plus staking, that's good. And DF Lunk leading the way and Burns there. Let's go down here and check out who's wow, Lunk C forever. 4 billion came in. Wow, that's nice. Baywatch, 1.3 billion came into you. Wow, nice. Okay. And we got a bunch of people losing. What? True Blue, Aussie Validator lost a lot. Moon Rabbit losing a lot as well. Vegas losing a lot. Vegas voted no with veto as well. TCB, all the ones that were voting no with veto are out. Jesus Lord is continuing to dump because people are going into Jesus Lord 2, which makes no sense, but whatever. They'll do what they do. Um, let's see here. All right, so Here is the validators. All notes voted abstain, so they did lose some voting power there, but barely any voting power there. All right, so here's the top 10 here: Stakely and Happy Caddy and Luna and okay. So Jesus Lord is falling, guys. So Jesus Lord is falling here. If they keep it up, and by next week, Jesus Lord is gonna be down here, man. Gonna be down where Happy Caddy Crypto is. The way it's falling right now, it's losing 100 to 200 million a day because people are continuing to go to the other one. So the 2.0. So I don't know. It doesn't help us with the repay, does it? Or with the 1.5% burn tax either. All right. Let's see here. Vegas. Okay. Man, Vegas is still up there, but he did take a dump there in a little bit. All right. So here are the validators, man. So there's Baywatch. Baywatch, nice big jump there to number 53 there. So, and then there's Jesus the Lord 2 at 61, moving up nicely there. And then the rest of the validators that secure the blockchain. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are right in the middle. You decide. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Tomorrow's video, we will have the completion of that KYC, and then we'll see what happens from there because I don't know. I mean, if the no's win, then the bad guys are gonna be celebrating a big victory, and then they're gonna look to take this chain over immediately, right? They're not gonna wait. You know what I mean? And if the good guys win, do the bad guys dump their tokens? Do they unstake? You know what I mean? And cash out? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Peace out. God bless. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow if it passes, and then by the end of the week, we will know for sure what the bad guys or good guys decide to do. All right. So this is going to be interesting. Was it as not as the world turns? No, that's Iraq. As Iraq turns, this is Days of Our Lunk. That's what the soap opera is. Days of Our Lunk. Like days, like some of you guys don't know soap opera, so it's Days of Our Lives, right? That's the soap opera, but we're saying Days of Our Lunk. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting. Bye.